Okay, folks, welcome back. You know we love to go deep, and today we're diving into something that might seem small, but let me tell you, it can make or break your golf game.
Absolutely.
We're talking grip pressure. We got our hands on some fascinating insights from a press conference with a real expert in golf biomechanics.
Yeah, this is cutting edge stuff.
And get this, we're going to learn why tour pros actually double peak their grip pressure during a swing.
Fascinating stuff.
And why so many amateurs, well, they might be gripping the club way too lightly. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew.
You got it.
One of the things this expert said that really jumped out at me was, and I'm quoting directly here, if you're an amateur golfer out there, if you want it, back pressure, and set up with a tour pro, you'd probably have to squeeze it like an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
An 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I always thought gripping too hard was like the cardinal sin of golf.
Right, the death grip, right.
Exactly.
It seems counterintuitive, but a firmer grip can actually give you more control and consistency.
Okay, so how does that work?
Well, think of your grip like the steering wheel of a car. If you're holding it too loosely, you're not going to have much control over where the car goes, right?
Makes sense.
Same thing with the golf club. A loose grip can lead to all sorts of inconsistencies, slices, hooks, you name it.
So you're saying a firmer grip helps you steer the club face more precisely.
Exactly. But there's a catch. Gripping too tightly can create tension.
Yeah.
And that tension restricts your swing, robbing you of power. It's all about finding that sweet spot, that Goldilocks grip, not too tight, not too loose, just right.
So walk me through this double peak thing. The research showed pros actually have two spikes in grip pressure during their swing.
Yeah, that's right. The first spike happens just before the top of the backswing. It's like they're applying pressure to stop the club and get ready to change direction.
Like a pause at the top.
Exactly. And then, bam, the second spike comes just before they hit the ball.
And this is what gives them that extra power and accuracy.
Precisely. That first peak is like coiling a spring, building up energy. And the second peak is like releasing that spring, unleashing all that stored power into the ball.
Wow, it's like a perfectly timed explosion of energy.
You got it.
Now, this double peak technique sounds pretty advanced.
Yeah.
Can us regular golfers actually learn this, or is it just for the pros?
Absolutely. Anyone can learn it with practice. It's all about training your hands to apply pressure at the right moments.
Okay, so what are we amateurs doing wrong?
Well, a lot of amateur golfers tend to gradually increase their grip pressure throughout the swing.
Uh-oh.
Instead of that double peak, it's like a slow, steady squeeze. The expert called this the slicer grip and described it as starting with basically nothing. And then it's a gradual ramp up where it's getting tighter, tighter, tighter up to the top of the backswing. And then bam, a massive spike in pressure right at the start of the downswing. And that's where things go wrong.
So that gradual tightening actually throws off our swing.
Right. It messes with the alignment of the club face, the part that makes contact with the ball. And that leads to those dreaded slices and hooks.
Okay, I think I'm guilty of that slicer grip. Any tips on how to break that habit?
Absolutely. The expert suggested a simple drill. Practice maintaining a consistent grip pressure throughout your swing. They recommend squeezing the club like a 7 out of 10 and keeping it there, even at the top of the backswing.
Okay.
So it should feel like, 7, 8 out of 10, keeping it the same. And when you get here, then you feel like you can relax a little bit.
Gotcha. So instead of gripping harder as I swing, I should aim for that steady 7 out of 10 pressure.
Exactly. It's like holding a bird firm enough that it doesn't fly away, but not so tight that you crush it.
I like that analogy. So even small adjustments to our grip pressure can have a big impact.
Absolutely. You'll likely see improvements in your consistency, power, and accuracy.
So the pros are onto something with this double peak, and we amateurs can definitely learn from them. It's all about awareness, paying attention to how we're gripping the club, and finding that sweet spot of pressure.
Right. Next time you're on the driving range, experiment with your grip. See how different levels of pressure affect your shots. You might be surprised at how much control you can gain by simply adjusting your grip.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of golf grip pressure.
Yeah.
It's amazing how such a small detail can make such a big difference.
Absolutely.
So next time you're out on the course, remember, it's all in the grip. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.